everyone, and welcome to Quick Card Tuesday. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I thought we'd kind of embellish one of these little fun 4x5 paper shopping bags. They're really fun to use for any occasion, and I thought it would be perfect to be kind of like a card holder, or it could also be a gift card holder. So let's put this over to the side, and the stamp set that I'm going to be using is the Kinder Sample Vintage Halloween. It's one of the newest releases. It's just really fun stamp set, and we're going to probably use like 2 or 3 of the images from here. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I don't want to open it up because I'm going to be decorating this part. So one of the first things I did was I picked up a piece of burlap, and I just went ahead and cut it at 4x5. And you see I'm just going to pull the strings out from the sides. This just makes it look a little bit worn and more natural than having those really straight edge lines. So now you see it has all of these shaggy edges on it. I'm going to go ahead and use my Hallmark craft glue for this. And I'm basically going to adhere this down. So if you want, you can go ahead and close this gusset up if you want. Just put a little bit of adhesive and hold it down. And then since this piece fits directly on top of it, I'm just going to go ahead and put some adhesive directly on the bag. Like this. Okay, so you'll see how quickly we can put this together. So now I'm putting this on here, and now you'll see that all you can open up is the bag like this, and you can stick a little card inside. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on making some of our sentiments. So the first thing I'm going to use is the border stamp from this stamp set, and we're going to go ahead and emboss it. So I'm going to use my little embossing tool here just to wipe down the page. This takes out all of the static, and then we'll grab our Versamark watermark stamp pad, and I've already put my border image on here, so we're just going to get a good amount of ink on there, and then we're just going to put it right here. Okay, now we'll lift it up, move this over to the side, and I'm going to use some black embossing powder. So just spray it nicely on here. Don't be afraid to use your embossing powder because you will be able to reuse this. So I'm just going to go ahead and shake it on here. And if you missed a couple of areas, which in this case we didn't, you can just go ahead and re-add it, and it'll look wonderful. So let me just put this back in here, and we'll heat this up. I'm just going to grab my heating tool and emboss this border. It only takes a few seconds to get done, so see how nicely the details are in this border stamp. I love watching the embossing become that shiny, glossy finish. It's just really, really pretty. So now I'll show you how beautiful the details are on that stamp. And then I'm going to grab another sentiment that says, let's use this board right here, Halloween greetings. And again, I'm just going to clean the inside right here because I'm going to put it right in the center. Again, we're just going to put our sentiment in our Versamark and just simply put the sentiment in the center like that. We'll close this and move it over to the side because we won't be needing that anymore. And now I'm going to use some gold embossing powder for the center sentiment. Here we go. And then I'm going to use my little paper again to just remove the powder. And now we have that there. See how quickly it is to put this together. The stamps are 100% photopolymer, so you get a really crisp image the first time you do it. So it's really, really easy to emboss with them. So let's go ahead and heat it again. Okay, so now that's nice and done. Let me just raise this so you guys can see it. Just really pretty Halloween greetings. And then we're just going to take our scissor and we're going to do some really quick fuzzy cutting. I'm not going to get too detailed on this one, so I have one pre-done just in case I didn't have time to cut it all out, but I think I will, so let's see. Don't worry if you're leaving a little bit of the white on here. We're going to use some Distress ink to add that vintage look to here. So you want to keep some of the white so that it adds that extra nice detail to this card. Okay, so now we have this. Now we'll move this over to the side and we'll grab our Tim Holtz vintage photo, and all we're going to do is we're going to swirl on here like this and distress the whole back really quickly, and now we're done with that. So you see now we have our sentiment and our banner. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work with some of our punches, and I've gone ahead and pre-punched a couple of items, and I'll show you exactly what I used for here. So just to go back, the paper that I'm using for this fun little project is the Graphic 45, the Magic of Oz paper. It's just really fun paper. It has a lot of these little images that you can fuzzy cut, perfect for making quick cards. So I went ahead and I used my McGill 2 1/4 punch, and this is the Stacking Fancy Squares. It's just really awesome punch and just really accessible. And I pre-punched a piece in green, so we're just going to put it like that. And again, we can distress it if you like, just to again add a little bit more detail. So this will just bring out the green a little bit more. So now we're just adding a little bit distress, and again using our craft glue to adhere it. And I'm just going to put this one like this. Then I went ahead and I cut a few of these images, and I just layered it on a piece of black cardstock. So we'll just do this. And I'm going to glue these first, but then I'm going to use a couple of Helmar Zap Dots because I want them to kind of layer on each other. So this one I think I'll put like that. Okay, let's put this one down first, and then we'll layer the other ones on top of it. So I'm just going to put this one down first, like this. Okay. And then, oh, I wanted to put another little border strip, and this is kind of one of those Martha Stewart spider web borders, so I'm going to put that along the edge here. So let's just go ahead and glue that as well. Just adds a really fun detail. So I'll put that along here. And then we'll just trim it. We have a little bit of excess, we'll just go ahead and trim it. Okay, I think I need to trim a little bit more. There we go. And then just make sure that it's nicely adhered. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this other image that is again from that same collection, and I'm going to put it right along the bottom here and kind of leave it a little bit sticking out of the card. I kind of like that effect. So again, just put some craft glue and adhere it right here. Okay. And then we're going to take this one, and this is the one that we're going to put the Zap Dots on. So we'll just adhere this piece to a green background like that, and then grab a couple of my Zap Dots in black. You guys know I love these. And we'll just put these on the back here like this. And again, I'm just gonna ink the edges so that the green pops out a little bit more. Okay. And now this one's gonna go like this. And we'll remove that. So now we have this one that goes like that. And then I'm going to put this banner right here on the bottom. So you see that because I layered this, I'm going to put some zap dots only on the other side. And then I'll just put adhesive on the right hand side because I won't need the dimension because I already have the dimension from here. So I'll layer it something like this. And then we'll just put a little bit of adhesive on the back just to make sure that holds down. Okay, so we have that. And then the next thing I did was I wanted to add some fun ribbon. So I have some seam binding on here. And I went ahead and I stamped with my Stays On ink directly on the seam binding. So let me show you how I did that. I just grabbed some Stays On ink and I've gone ahead and put a sentiment. Let's see where I put the sentiment now. Here we go. So I'm going to use a sentiment that says boo. And all you have to do is go directly into the ink and stamp on your ribbon. And just keep going as far as you're going to need for your project. I kind of went ahead and cut about half a yard. So you see? And because you're using Stays On, you know that it'll be waterproof, so you don't have to worry about it bleeding or anything like that. So let's move this over because I went ahead and pre-did a bow. So all I did was I grabbed some twine and some of that seam binding and put the boo on there. And I'm just going to put that on here like this. And I'm going to put it down with one of my zap dots. I've used these for holding down my bows lately and it actually has worked really well. So we'll just put it there. Okay, so now you see how we have this fun little bag that says Halloween greetings. And then the next thing I did was, I know you guys probably have a lot of these photo corner punches. Just go ahead and cut your a white cardstock, and let's see how big this is. This is at 4.5. Let's see, 3.5 by 4.5, and then you just go ahead and do the corner punches, and then the insert is, let's see, 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 for the insert, and then 3.5 by 4.5 for the outside. And then for this one, I want to also put a sentiment on it. So I'm just going to grab one of these images here that says sweet treats for you because I hope to put some kind of gift card in here. So I'm just going to put this on my block and grab, let's see, maybe we'll just use some regular Memento ink for this one. So we're just gonna go directly onto our pad, and then I'm gonna just stamp it on the bottom like this. So you see now I have, it says sweet treats for you. And we'll move this over to the side. And now, again, I'm just going to add a little bit of distressing to the paper because right now it's a little bit too stark white for me. And it doesn't kind of match my project. So just like that. So now you see it has that little distressing, just makes it look a little bit more finished. And then I'm going to grab, let's see, should I grab a few little rhinestones and put them on here? Yeah, let's do that. So we'll just clip a few little silver rhinestones and kind of put them randomly around the card. I think I'm just going to put one on each bracket. Like that. And then let's put some right here on our bow, just so that everything kind of matches. And then let's see, maybe we can put one on this other corner right here. Okay. And then all we're going to do is we write a little cute sentiment. You can tape your gift card to the back of this, and then just go ahead and insert it inside your bag. And there goes a really, really sweet and quick gift to give to one of your friends for any holiday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick project today, and I can't wait to share new ideas with you really soon. Thanks for watching.